Dear all, Autism Learning Materials Supermarket is an autism community project implemented by NBAI, AI for Autism, Job4autism, and Mr. Lam Duong Lei to provide authentic and updated 24/7 documents thanks to artificial intelligence for parents with children with autism and related disorders, specialized teachers, inclusive teachers, and therapists. Today, we would like to introduce video number 41, AI, Music, Autism, a new therapeutic toolkit.
Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're looking at something pretty amazing, how artificial intelligence is learning to create music. But, not for the charts, for therapy. We're talking about a whole new kind of therapeutic toolkit. So let's just get right to the heart of it with the biggest question of all. Can a piece of code actually write a song that can heal? I know, it sounds like something straight out of a movie, but you'll see researchers are taking this very, very seriously. But before we can even talk about the future, we have to understand the foundation this is all built on. And that's the very real, very proven power of music therapy today. It really all begins with this idea of the golden age. See, for any child, but especially for children with autism, those first few years of life are just this critical window. Their brains are incredibly flexible, what scientists call plastic. This makes it the absolute best time for therapies to have a really deep, lasting impact on things like language and social skills. And this is where music therapy just shines. We're not just talking about having a good time. The results are backed by evidence, and they show up everywhere. From boosting communication, both verbal and nonverbal, to improving social skills, even helping with emotional regulation and brain function. It's the whole package, and this is the part that's truly mind-blowing. The effects aren't just in their head, they're in their brain. We're talking about physical, tangible changes. Music can literally rewire the neural pathways. It can calm down what's known as hyperconnectivity, which is a common issue in autism that can make it hard to focus. It's a direct upgrade to the brain's hardware. Okay, so if music is such a powerful clinical tool, could we use technology to make it even better, more personal, more accessible? Well, that question takes us right into the fascinating world of generative AI. So, how in the world does an AI hear music? Let's try an analogy. Think of it like cooking. An AI can approach music in two ways. The first is symbolic, which is basically the recipe. It's just the instructions, the notes, the rhythm. The upside, it's easy to edit and gives a therapist a ton of control. The other way is audio, and that's the finished meal, the final, beautiful sound wave. It sounds rich and expressive, but it's really hard to change once it's made. And for therapy, that trade-off between control and sound quality, that's everything. Now, teaching an AI a new musical style isn't some kind of secret magic. It's really just a three-step process. First, you start with a big, general music model. Then, you feed it a very specific diet, a curated library of the style you want it to learn. And finally, you fine-tune it. You coach it until it gets all those little nuances just right. So, to see how this works in the real world, researchers gave an AI a really tough assignment, something uniquely human and complex. They challenged it to learn authentic bluegrass music. And bluegrass is no joke. It's incredibly complex. For an AI to sound real, it has to master that strong, offbeat rhythm, the unique sound of a Scruggs-style banjo, that iconic high lonesome vocal, and those really tight harmonies. It's a tall order. So, with all that going on, how much music do you think an AI needs to listen to before it can learn the basics of bluegrass? A whole library? Days? Weeks? Nope. Using a super efficient technique, the answer is just 15 minutes. In a quarter of an hour of training, the model can get it. It's kind of stunning. I mean, that is an incredible technical achievement. But, and this is a big but, it brings us to a huge reality check. Just because an AI can copy a style, does that mean it can make music that actually helps someone? Are we missing the soul in the machine?
And here's where the hype hits a wall. The promise is amazing, right? Music that's totally personalized, adapting in real time. But where we are right now, well, the models are mostly stuck making short 30-second clips. They really struggle with writing a full, structured song. And honestly, the result can sound kind of robotic. It lacks that human feeling.
This quote really gets to the heart of it, this emotional gap. Research has found that people listen to AI music and say it's too perfect. That perfection makes it feel cold, robotic. It's missing the little imperfections, the breath, the hesitation, the soul that makes human music connect with us so deeply. And on top of all the technical problems, there's a massive ethical one. To make these therapies truly personal, the AI needs a ton of data. And we're talking about really sensitive data from children. This creates a huge conflict with something that is non-negotiable, a child's right to privacy. So, we've got this incredible potential on one hand and some really serious challenges on the other. What's the right way to move forward? Well, it's realizing the goal isn't to replace the therapist. It's to build them a smarter toolkit. The research lays out a really clear roadmap. It says we need to focus on creating music for specific therapeutic goals, not just copying genres. We have to put ethics and privacy first. And maybe most importantly, we have to see AI as a tool to support a human therapist, not replace them. This is all about collaboration, not automation. Which leaves us with this one last big idea to think about. Maybe the future of therapy isn't a choice between a person or a computer. Maybe, just maybe, the most powerful therapy of all will be a duet between the two.
Autism Learning Materials Supermarket would like to thank parents, teachers, and interventionists. Please disseminate to relevant people in the autism community so that more and more people can access this authentic and scientific learning resource. To raise awareness in the community, please subscribe to watch the next videos. For any questions, please contact the email below.